Ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a great New Year's and a good afternoon. Today my topic's called I Quit. Okay, that's a weird topic, but let's get into that. How many people here feel like they've tried to do something, but they're just tired of it? How many people, after getting tired of it, they just feel like they want to quit? They just want to end it. It's over for me. We get that feeling, right? And everyone's always telling us, if you quit, you're a loser. There's no way you can quit. Quitting is for losers. And that stopping to try is not an option. And if you do that, there's something wrong with you. That's what I want to talk to you about today. Today I want to tell you when it is okay to quit, when it is okay to back off things. Yes, quitting shouldn't be our first option. It shouldn't be in our list of minds, but nonetheless, it is an option. You are allowed to step back from things. Everyone nowadays is treated as a winner, though, right? Kids who lose get trophies. Kids who lose get trophies. If you do anything bad, it's okay. You get through it, right? And everyone is called special. You are special. Everyone is special in their own way. But with social media, with the world going into a place where it is, it's becoming very uniform. Special is becoming a very defined term, which is not as dynamic as the world we actually come from. So because of that effect, we all of a sudden come into a world where, well, if I'm not like them, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and I feel like I'm a failure, I'm losing, and I'm not worth anything. Well, come with me on this journey to talk about when is it okay to quit. So, the reason why I'm actually doing this topic was I usually do quotes on my Facebook account. I write quotes or things that I'm thinking about, and usually when I'm writing speeches, I throw a quote in there. So the quote I wrote was, sometimes it's better to stop trying. Realistically, not everything will happen the way you want it. So all of a sudden I got an outlash of like, aren't you a motivational speaker? Are you okay? Why are you so depressed? And I felt like I needed to explain it, and that's why I wrote this speech. So first thing, let me make one thing clear. I believe you should always try to fight against the odds. You should never quit in a general aspect. Because if you're passionate about something, you go to it. You go through it. You complete doing it until you go to the end. Because most cases, you only succeed after a continuous amount of failures. But coming to my point, your failures must be evaluated thoroughly. We have to look at when we fail, why it happened. What did we gain out of it? Why is it that we keep failing? If you gain nothing, then there's usually something most definitely wrong with what you're doing. And that's when we have to look at ourselves, reevaluate ourselves, remember why we started doing this one action that we're working for. Whether it's a relationship or a job or anything, pretty much. Everything has a reason to why it began. That, ladies and gentlemen, was why we shouldn't quit. But now let me talk about the factors that I've seen why people quit and when I think it's okay, through my opinion, to quit and when it's not okay to quit. So there's two kinds of factors that I usually weigh in: emotional factors and external factors. So in emotional factors, let's go into two subpoints, which is the first of them is the fear of failure. I see a lot of people getting to a point where they're just afraid of the idea of failure. That they won't even start things just because they're afraid. Therefore, they quit by default. They don't even try. And I believe that is totally wrong. So fear of failure is an emotional factor that puts into a lot of people an ideology or a persona that, oh, I can't do this. That is when it's not okay to quit. Unless this fear of failure comes from actually logical reasoning, like jumping off a cliff. Yeah, you're going to be afraid to die because most chances you're going to die. Yes, then you don't do it. Another emotional factor is frustration. When we usually fail or fall down a lot, we get frustrated. We get angry. We get mad at ourselves and mad at everything around us. So people usually tend to go and like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm out. No, you keep going through. Unless this frustration is happening because this comes back to looking at why you fail. You might be frustrated because you are failing for no reason, because you're not actually gaining any out of this. You're actually not supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing at that time. And I'll get into more on that when I talk about the external factors. So the external factors, I come down to 3 things: shaming, family and friends, and society. Shaming is usually brought into all of them. Because when you get shamed at, or people tell you like, oh, you're bad at this, oh, you don't know how to do that, we usually feel bad about ourselves. We usually live in a world, especially with social media, where we want to look good to everybody. So when we get shamed at, or when we feel like people are saying this, we automatically quit. But no, you shouldn't quit. You should take the people's words with very deep heart and really understand, why are they saying this? Is it out of just hate? If it's out of hate, ignore it. But if it's out of love and care that they're actually looking after you, look at it. Take it. Take in that criticism. Believe in it and understand it and try to improve yourself. Now, family and friends, when they do this, sometimes there's a bad effect here. We have a false encouragement level, which is the little kids get trophies for losing. You're encouraging a child to do something sometimes falsely, putting him in a world where like, you have to be an engineer. You're good at math. You're so good at math, yet the kid hates it. We have to actually look at what they like. We have to actually look at what people do in order to see where they fall in. It's okay to be bad at math, but I'm sure he's good at something else. Let him succeed in that. So it's okay to fail at other things. And the reason why I was talking about this topic in general is because of society. So you can't be a good person unless you're an engineer or a doctor coming from an Arab society. You can't do anything great unless you make 6 figures, 7 figures. If you're an artist, that's not okay. But we have to look at but when we look at the kids, when I tutor people, they're so bad at math. They keep failing and failing and failing and failing, but it's done for them. So they're depressed. They say, I suck. I don't know how to do anything. There's nothing good in my life. No, we have to fight that by allowing them to quit and finding what they truly succeeded. Failure is only the stepping stone to success. So remember why you started and keep moving forward. Just be realistic about it. Continue to reevaluate yourselves and your failures. Find your true passion and motive, and only exit when in economic terms, your opportunity cost is way higher than your benefits. If it's only causing you harm, then go out. Thank you.